today the race just finished some few hours ago. It was a very interesting race. Now we can see those that have really improved, those that are improving, and those that are going down. My name is Oshifes Oluwadamilare. I'm a mechanic. Welcome to Exxon F1, also known as from Lawon, Colombo, Africa. So first, let's go to those that were given 3-place grid penalty ahead of the race today. Number 1, Nico Hulkenberg. Number 2, Carlos Sainz. Number 3, Lance Stroll. And 4, Tsunoda. Nico Hulkenberg got his penalty because he didn't observe, or will I say he oversped the yellow flag during the qualifying. Carlos Sainz impeding Gasly, Lance Stroll impeding, and Yuki Tsunoda got his from impeding also. And those are the penalties that were before the race. Now let's go to the race prop. Because Nico Hulkenberg was given a penalty, Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell were promoted the grid from where they finished. Now, what happened at the beginning of the race? Lewis Hamilton started very good. I'm telling you, he started very good. He was able to jump Fernando Alonso before the first corner. Russell tried jumping him, but he was able to recover and fine. He was able to survive Russell's pumping and raging Mercedes, in which he did well. But unfortunately, the first yellow flag came in through Logan Sargent as he had an engine issue. So Logan Sargent retired due to a critical issue. He brought out the first virtual safety car. Remember, his teammate Albon got the upgraded car. He will be getting the same upgraded car in the next race. I think because of the cost cap and the way they are trying to manage resources, they are trying to see how they can improve these cars, not pushing them out, but pushing the cars, and at the end of the day, seeing that they need to improve the car, the two drivers to spend more. So they are looking at using much of their fund for car upgrade to make their car better, which is a good thing for Williams teams. Logan Sargent brought out the first virtual safety car of the race. Immediately the virtual safety car was off, race resumes. Russell lost his focus and he bumped his car into the wall. Wow. Bumping his car into the wall, which sounds better, but losing his tire, his rear tire, is worse because he went from 4th in the race to 19th in the race. But all along he was able to find step back, and unfortunately he had to retire due to overheating from the brakes. That was how George Russell ended this race. It gave them a bit of an insight on what they are doing right and what they are doing wrong. Alonso didn't get away quite well on the first lap. Lewis Hamilton was able to jump, like I said, but by lap 23, after the first tire change, Alonso was able to lap Lewis Hamilton, which shows that the Aston Martin upgrade is superior. The Aston Martin are way ahead of the Mercedes. Mercedes brought upgrades in Monaco. Aston Martin brought upgrades in Canada, and they have a right direction. They know where they are going to. Alonso came second in the race. Hamilton tried pushing him, but Alonso is experienced. He's so experienced, so he was able to find his way, and he came second. He really wanted to go after Max Verstappen, but their car is not yet in that league. I think with much upgrades, they would get there. And we can see that these teams are getting close to Red Bull race by race. I think very soon, the Aston Martin, the Mercedes, and the Ferrari will be challenging. And when the moment they put Red Bull on skate, I think Red Bull will start flopping. And the best thing for Red Bull is to start accumulating their points as better as they can now. This is the 100th race win for Red Bull team and the 41st career win for Max Verstappen, which tied him up with the great Ayrton Senna. And that is a huge milestone for the Red Bull team and a huge milestone for Max Verstappen. This race has brought out the greatness in him and made him one of the greatest Formula One driver, though there's still a lot of achievements for him to make up, but he's breaking boundaries already. Last year he won so many races, and this year out of 8 races he has won 6 already, which don't know yet how much he's going to win this year. But that is great. That is a huge milestone for him. Congratulations to you, Max. Congratulations to you, Red Bull team. Now let's move to Aston Martin. Their upgrade worked better this weekend. They just brought the upgrades on Friday. It worked better for them. But Lance Stroll was unable to turn these upgrades into a win. After getting the penalty, now he was unable to get the car working well to the top position, though he got into the point, but that point is not enough for him to prove himself. Ferrari's upgrade. After the last upgrade Ferrari brought in Spain, we can see that they are moving in the right direction. They are very closer to Red Bull on a 1 pace lap, but they are still far away from Red Bull. Their strategies, team unification is still far away from where they are to be competitive. Very Ferrari needs to get themselves right in a place in which they can really be competitive. They can make this title a force race if possible. Today's race was better for them. They really managed to come from outside of the point to come fourth and fifth, and their fourth and fifth was because George Russell retired. If George Russell had not had the brake issue, it could push them out of the point with the way his pace was. They really need to get their heads around. The Williams upgrade on Albon's car really worked well. The straight line speed in the Williams very exceptional. They were able to use their straight line speed to defend DRS, which is what the Red Bull have on their car. So with that pace, I think they are moving in the right direction, and they might be competing for 7th to 6th position in the championship if they keep moving in that direction. With this upgrade, they are ahead of Alfa Romeo, they are ahead of Alfa Tauri, and they are really going in the right direction. Bringing that same upgrade to Logan Sargent's car, if Logan Sargent can push, I think it is a great thing for them to work with. Talking about Alfa Tauri, Nick De Vries and Assis Kevin Magnussen were able to push themselves almost out of the race at a point. Fighting for points, they pushed themselves off the track, which is not good for them. Nick De Vries had a good Spanish race, but with this, I think he will be having issues with the Red Bull team. And Magnussen, who was allowed back in the AS team last year, might also be getting himself on the bad book of their team principal, Gunther Steiner. Gunther Steiner, the very funny man, that says his words politely, the way he feels, and he doesn't care. Who he hurts or not, he doesn't care. The McLaren did a good race, but they are still far off the pace. Lando Norris was able to get into the points, but lost out of the points because of technical issues, which is as a result of him driving slow during the safety car restart. Now, who are the winners? Who are the losers? If we look at this race carefully, we can see that the pace that Red Bull had ahead of Alonso was not up to 8 minutes, which is so different from other races. It means the Aston Martin are getting closer. Mercedes were just like 2 or 3 seconds behind Alonso, which is like 10 seconds behind Red Bull. In the last race, they were 27 seconds behind. In the other main races, they were so many seconds away from them. Some were 30 something seconds, 40 something seconds. These guys are going in the right direction. The Ferrari are going in the right direction. If Ferrari can eliminate their mistakes, they will make it a good battle. If Aston Martin's Lance Stroll can keep it up to his teammate, I think it's going to be a very good championship this season. Sergio Perez is already sliding back. He's not keeping up for the Red Bull, and I think that is as a result of Red Bull putting him under pressure and him not having a good timeout with the team. They need to get a lot of issues sorted out in the Red Bull team, but as of this time, I think the Red Bull are already losing track, and maybe the cost cap effect will start telling very soon. But Mercedes analyzing their car against the Austrian Grand Prix, I think Mercedes will be very closer to the Aston Martin, and Aston Martin too will not sleep on it. They will have to do something to get closer to Red Bull. So every time every team is pushing something, I think they are getting closer to Red Bull, and Red Bull might need start increasing their pace, which will put them under pressure, and very soon might see a lot of tumbling from the Red Bull. That is the analysis for today. Please share, comment, like. There will be so many freebies coming on podcast very soon. Please share, comment. We have a new friend in the house. We are in Nigeria here, West Africa. He provides internet for us. They provide the best internet around the mainland, and I know they are still moving to the highland, and they are moving all around Nigeria. But for you to get internet on the mainland, contact Fibrad Telecom Limited. They get you sorted out ASAP. The best cable internet on the mainland, fiber, I think they get sorted out. We talk much about them in the course of some of our videos, but contact them, they get sorted out. We love you. My name is Oshfeso Damlari once again. Bye. If you're a builder, if you're an art collector, if you have a showroom, Rated is the best place to get the artworks you need for your new buildings, for your art collections, for your showroom, for your exhibition. Rated Art have one of the best murals, mosaic works, and different art patterns in Nigeria presently. And is somebody that you can communicate with, talks to you, you tell him what you want, and he will bring the reality out for you. To contact Rated Art, his number is right up here, and you can also go on social media links that are pasted right up here to check out some of his works. Thank you. Teams Gadget is for those of you that cannot easily go to the market to get your phones, your laptops, your accessories. Just place a call through. His phone number is there. It gets you the best. It's your shop plug to get you the best phones, accessories, laptops, games, and other accessories for your computer gaming experience. Contact Teams Gadget and you get them for you.